I'm Pastor George Borkart, and this is another Higher Things video short. The Pearl of Great Price. Who's the guy who sells everything? Out of Context Tuesday. That's the subject of today's Higher Things video short. Hey, if you love our videos, if you are learning about your Christian faith 5 days a week with us, go ahead and like and subscribe today. If you like the dog, that's a good reason to like too. Also, you could go to support.higherthings.org and give today through Patreon. Your tax-deductible gift keeps Higher Things, a youth organization which is all about passing the faith to the next generation, keeps us going. Higher Things is starting a conference in Mequon, Wisconsin. Nearly 1,000 kids and pastors and their youth leaders are in Mequon for that, and I'm here with you through the magic of the internet and some advanced planning. Pearl of Great Price. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field, which a man found and covered up, and then in his joy he sells all he has to buy that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant of search of fine pearls, who finding one pearl of great value, went out and sold all he had to buy that pearl. Who's running the verbs? Who is the actor? For a lot of Christianity, for a long time, the pearl of great price was Jesus, who we sold all that we have in order to obtain. We did all that we could, all the works of merit and love that we could muster in order to get the field, to get the treasure, which was Jesus, in order to get the pearl, which is Christ. Context is key here. Above these two parables is the parable of a sower, where a sower goes and sows seed. He throws it out everywhere, haphazardly. Lands sometimes and different sorts of ground, and we'll talk about that come pre-Lent. But the actor in that parable is Jesus. He's the sower of the seed. The parable after these two parables, again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net thrown into the sea and gathered fish of every kind. When the net was full, men drew it ashore and sat down and sorted the good into the containers and threw away the bad. So it will be at the end of the age. The angels will come, separate the evil from the righteous, and throw them into the fiery furnace in the place of weeping and gnashing of teeth. The actors in that parable are the disciples, angels of God who separate the sheep from the goats, who separate the good from the bad, who do that every Sunday when they forgive and retain sins. And so again, the actors in the first parable, Jesus, the actors in the last parable, Jesus' men, Jesus. We get to the two parables in between, treasure in the field, pearl of great price. All of a sudden, the actor is us? I would say no. The actor is Jesus. Jesus sells all that he has to buy you. The value of you is determined by him, not you. He sells all that he has, suffers, dies on the cross to save you, to buy you back, to redeem you from sin, death, and the power of the devil, not with gold or silver, but with his holy precious blood and his innocent suffering and death. You are the pearl of great price. He determines your value. And the value of your life is the death of the Son of God, who loved you and gave up his life for you on the cross. These parables, properly understood through context, show the gospel of a sower sowing seed and giving life to people who don't deserve it, of a guy who sees a treasure in a field and sells all he can to get that treasure. You're that treasure. And a guy who finds a pearl of great price. You're that pearl. And the God who sends out messengers to catch a bunch of fish and to sort those fish into good fish and bad fish. And on the last day, he throws the bad fish away, but the good fish, well, they're prized. This is about Jesus for you, Calvary much, selling all that he has. This is not about you for Jesus, selling all that you have, earning and meriting favor with God based upon how much you sacrificed. No, it's all about Jesus for you on the cross, dying. You're the pearl in which he dies for. You're the treasure in the field. You're the one that Jesus saves. Out of Context Tuesday, debunking a couple of parables and making them all gospel. That has been this Tuesday Higher Things video short.